Hey, what is up everybody? Thank you so much for tuning into another one of my videos. And in today's video, we're going to be going over a project that I am absolutely in love with, and these guys are just doing new things every single day. You already know we are talking about Polaris Finance. Now, before we jump into the video, guys, make sure you scroll down and hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Of course, liking this video pushes it out to the YouTube algorithm and definitely helps support the channel. Now, you guys, if you don't know what Polaris Finance is, I will have a link right above. However, today I'm going to be talking about their new token that they are introducing, which is Tripolar. As I always do with Polaris, we sat down together on a voice chat and discussed the new token. They gave me more knowledge so that I could share the proper information with all of you guys. Now guys, if we look over to the Dawn, they already have an active Dawn, and they, as you guys can see here, they're gonna have a Tripolar Genesis. This UI was just changed recently. In the active Dawn, you guys can see that they have their own. They already have the two tokens at first. So Polar was the first one and Lunar was the second one. They have these LPs, which are still earning a great yield every single day, over 1% every day. And now they're adding the Tripolar one as well, which is going to, it has not started just yet, but you will be able to use your XTri, essentially the receipt token that you get from Solaris. If you guys don't know what Solaris is, it is the main DEX on the Aurora chain. So I personally am extremely bullish on this. There's about $12 million of funds deposited on Solaris. So definitely, I'm definitely hoping to see a lot of volume come over here, because there's not really a lot of utility right now for XTri. So if people from Solaris can invest their XTri, pair it with Tripolar, and get, you know, a significant amount of 1% or 2% every single day, I definitely think that that is going to be extremely beneficial for not only Polaris Finance's protocol, but Solaris as well. Now, if we go back here a little bit, you guys can see that they have the Tripolar Genesis that's going to be launched. Now, if we click view and stake, you guys can see right here that they're gonna have a Genesis pool, and it's going to last for 24 hours. It's gonna start on the 16th of April 2022, which is the Saturday. So make sure you guys definitely go check this out, because as I said, you will be able to get a lot of money. Just by depositing your XTri, you'll get 21%. Just by depositing your Polar Near, upwards of 350%. If you are already a staker in Lunar, for example, such as myself, you get 275% in the Genesis pool. And of course, S Polar, which is the token that is the share token, gets the most, so 1800. So I definitely suggest you guys go check it out. In every single one of my videos, I explain how bullish I am on this team, and these guys aren't stopping. Now, I don't know if I'm allowed to reveal the information on the dates or not yet, but I'm gonna do it anyways, because I'm so excited about this project and where it's headed. Guys, after Tripolar, guys, right, this token which they're starting now, in a very short period of time, mark my words, right, in May, okay, I'm not gonna get into the exact details, they're gonna launch an Ethereum based token. Come on, guys, an Ethereum based token. Do you understand? You know how they have Lunar, Polar, all this kind of stuff? What do you think is gonna happen when they have an Ethereum based token? All these people, every person that has a Lunar and Polar, they probably have a lot of Ethereum. So a lot of Ethereum versus, and their Ethereum token is going to be paired for LP, and people are going to be making a lot of percentages. You're going to be making 300-400% APR with Ethereum. Obviously, that's going to create a lot of pressure for this token right here, a lot of buy pressure for S Polar. If we look over to Dex Screener and have a look at S Polar, I have been buying this from $20. It's at $263. It was just at $280. Right, guys? Look at this. So every project has this phase where it gets sold off and to oblivion. The real ones are only able to make it back. So let's have a look here. This is the 5th of March. We've gone up, come on, 1700% in 40 days. While every single day, I'm not even gonna lie, I have been making more than 1 to 2% single staking in the Sunrise every single day, right? I've been dollar cost averaging and buying more and more and more as we go up, and I'm not stopping because you know, this team is great, and they have so much utility coming up for S Polar. They have so much use case. Let's look back right here, guys. If you click Sunrise, look, stake S Polar, get Polar. Stake S Polar, get Lunar. Stake S Polar, get Tripolar. Stake S Polar, get Oris. This one obviously hasn't started. And then they're gonna have another one here for Ethereum. What do you think is happening to the S Polar supply? It's getting spread out, right? So there becomes more demand for S Polar, more demand for the shared token. Now, the other thing I want to show you guys real quick is if you look over to their Discord server, you guys can see they have so much information. This is all the information you need to know for the Genesis pool. So as you guys can see, 60% allocation is going to be for Tripolar, 10% for Polar Near, 10% for S Polar Near, 10% for Luna Lunar. S Polar is going to get 10% as well, right? As you guys saw, because of the fact that S Polar is single staking, when people are going to put it into the Genesis pool, the price of S Polar is definitely going to go up because a lot of people are going to want that juicy APR, right? It's just kind of common sense. Obviously, if there is a token that gives higher rewards, they're going to want to get that token. Now, they have all the information here. As I always say, guys, the team is like double KYC. They're in talks with Near Protocol. They've done everything, you know, so safety is not a concern in my opinion. I think we're past that after such a long time. And if we scroll up more to the announcements, you guys can see here that they have Sunrise Boost, right, where they double the APRs in the Sunrise for Lunar for 24 hours, and it's still active. As you guys can see, there's other protocols, guys, that are like half peg, right? This protocol, they are so high. They're 1.088, almost 1.1. Look at Near, 1.08, almost 1.1 here too. They're so, like, this protocol is so damn healthy that they are increasing the APR and begging people to dump some Lunar, right? They're like, here, we'll give you more Lunar, we'll give you more Near. Make the token, the protocol, come back down to 1.01, which is when the protocol functions the best, right? It's unbelievable to me. Every single Tomb fork that I've seen has literally struggled. Every single one, right? Even the biggest names, even Tomb itself went under peg, right? Here we went under peg for I think not even one epoch, or maybe it was like one day at most. But then when it comes back, like, both of them are well above peg. So the team is giving out more tokens. You're getting paid more because the peg is so high. Like, there's so much demand for Polaris tokens. There's so much demand for Polar and so much demand for Lunar, right, guys? So I definitely suggest you go check it out. As I always say, guys, it's the best to dollar cost average yourself into a project. So if you are interested in buying S Polar, for example, dollar cost average yourself in. The rewards are worth it alongside the price appreciation. You know, it's undeniable. You know, the gains, the visibility, you know, it's undeniable. Like, we've had such a bloodbath of a market, as I'm sure a lot of you have seen. Bitcoin's been acting up and all these tokens have been acting up, but guess what? We're holding peg. We're well above peg on Polaris, and I'm getting my 1% or almost 1% every single day, and then I'm compounding that into my S Polar, into my Sunrise, and that's giving me 1.5% or 2% every single day. Anyways, guys, I don't want to keep rambling because honestly I'm so passionate about Polaris Finance, and you know, I've been talking about Polaris Finance since inception. I've been talking about it since day one of its release. I was a participant in its Genesis pool, and I will always be a participant of Polaris Finance. I definitely think, you know, it's not late. I definitely think you guys should check it out because you're missing out. You know, where people jump from one Tomb fork to the other chasing high APRs, but then we lose a lot of capital because you're like locked in the boardroom and the share token's not printing, so the share token dumps. You don't have that issue with Polaris Finance. Come on over to the Dawn, right? Either get into the active Dawn, right, or get into the Genesis pools right here, right? and make an LP. So either get yourself some lunar, get yourself some tripolar, get yourself some polar, right? Make yourself some LP, and with that S polar, deposit it into the sunrise, and then you'll get some money. And with that money, you can essentially either LP it back or cash out. That is going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys have an amazing one. This is not financial advice. Make sure you guys always do your own research, as it is your own money. But I will definitely say, definitely do your research with Polaris Finance. It is worth the time and the effort, and I am very certain that all of you will find success with this project, just like I have been. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for watching my video. Have yourselves an amazing end of the week, and as always, guys, let's get that bag. Peace.